What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LTCN for Honey Hassan and BCHG for Diesel Killer. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. You guys, we have broken to the downside. I haven't checked these Grayscale trusts in like a week, man, and I've been on vacation for the past few days. I was kind of shocked to actually see this where it is now. I say a week, it's probably been less than a week, but a lot happens in a very short amount of time. 11%, almost 12% to the downside to end Friday. What a nasty rejection off your overbought zone on the RSI. I definitely think you're going lower. If we look at the weekly here, I was looking at this a second ago, you know, you've got your bearish divergence on the weekly. Those targets back down here at the closing high price at about 15.75 come back on the table. I very much do think that you're going to see prices below $16. I do. You're at $19 now. I think you're going to see prices below $16. If anybody bought here and you did not sell, and now you're like, oh, I could sell here if it's going down here, please don't play that game, right? It's probably not worth playing. You missed the move, right? If you were planning on selling, you should have done it not here, but up here within like this 3 to 4 week span. It's just not the time to sell, man, because you never know. This is the area, this is what the TA calls for, but you never know when that could happen, right? So just don't play the game. That's my biggest advice, but none of it's financial advice. Do what you want, but I do think we're going to go below $16. That is my personal opinion. If we look at this low to this high, relative low to high, look at that. $17 is your 618. Just below $15 is your 69. I said I think we're going to go below $16, so that's somewhere in that range there. That makes sense to me. And not only that, but like 15.75, which is essentially where the price was. It's like right around there. It's at the low point of this consolidation. So areas of support. That's all I got to say. Going lower, and until we're down there, I think we're going lower. The daily would call for more immediate kind of price action to the downside. Though you do have bullish divergence, it's not confirmed until you have green day. Volume is dying off as you're moving down, but time will tell. It's all dependent on LTC, I guess. LTC could be moving up, actually. If LTC moves up over the weekend, maybe you see LTCN not move down starting next week. I do think LTCN moves down inevitably, but you know, LTC could move up a little bit, and LTCN it might get a reprieve, but it would still move down. It just depends. If this can be longer lived, if you can get past these highs, I think that'd be good for LTCN. If not, those prices stay on target. But I actually do think LTC looks like it wants to move up. I'm not gonna lie. But with the way LTCN looks, I'm going to call for $17 to $14.75, inevitably somewhere in that range. Perhaps we start the week off up. You could go as high as like $26.50. You are in that kind of like lower area of this move down here. Maybe you go to the higher area, right? It's kind of like a channel. Maybe you literally do that exact thing where you test the 382, reject that, and then go to your 618, 69 zone. That's pretty common. So let's call for a move. You're at $19 now. Let's call for a move up to like $26.42, this previous area of support. Resist there, reject there, down to below $17, above $14.75, somewhere in there. BCHG also looking bad, man. This one, down 12.7% today. At your oversold zone, literally right at it. You could find support here and then move up. Absolutely, you could. 3 hour, looking good. 1 hour, looking all right. Daily, let's go back to the daily. You'd have to find support here, man. If you don't find support here, you're going a lot lower. And I don't know if you're going to find support here, but if you can move up from here, you're in a position, you're in a really good spot where you would break above this high in a very short amount of time, and then inevitably that high too, right? Just following through. That would kind of look like a W. It would be a nice look. W's are always great, right? No matter what context. I don't know, man. Let's look at BCH in a second, actually. You could move down to $8. Those targets are back on the table. Sure, you could move down to $8. It is possible. You did have more volume breaking down on this one. Oh, I don't think BCH is going to move lower, man. So that could be it for BCHG. It depends. I guess it depends. We should check in on Grayscale on Sunday. I know that they're stocks and they're not open over the weekends, but we should actually check on them on Sunday because their underlying assets are. So let's check back in on this on Sunday. Things could change, but I actually do think, unless BCH starts to move lower, or if it's just moving sideways over the weekend, which is probably what's going to happen. Inconclusive data won't help either way, but if it moves lower, that definitely won't help. But if we can move higher over the weekend, I would think that you're going to find support here. And at this moment, I'm going to call for a double bottom. I don't normally call for double bottoms, but we're going to call for it here. If not, we'll see down just below $8. It's, either way, you're near your low, but I'm going to call for it right here. I could be wrong, but I'm going to call for it right here. Anyways, that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. If I'm right and this is the low, you're going to make a move up to 1066 in a very short amount of time, inevitably up to 1633 and then beyond. But that's the best I got. So take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next.